So good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight on Techen Choling's Facebook live stream and for today's Dharma teaching by Singha Rinpoche. So it's about close to 7:55 now, and we would like to invite Anila, Ani Chojan, to lead us in tonight's prayer before teaching. Thank you.
Testing, 1, 2. Okay, we shall start the prayer before teachings. Page 2. Om Ahong, Om Ahong, Om Ahong, Om Sambara Sambara Vimarasrama Java Hong, Om Smasmara Vimasrama Java Hong, Om Sambara Sambara Vinasrama Java Hong, Om Smasmara Vimasrama Java Hong, Om Sambara Sambara Vimarasrama Java Hong, Om Smasmara Vimarasrama Java Hong, Om Sambara Sambara Vimarasrama Java Hong, Om Smasmara Vimarasrama Java Hong, Om Sambara Sambara Vimarasrama Java Hong, Om Smasma Vimarasrama Java Hong, Om Sambara Sambara Vimarasrama Java Hong, Om Smasma Vimarasrama Java Hong, Om Sambara Sambara Vimarasrama Java Hong, Om Smasma Vimarasrama Java Hong, Om Sambara Sambara Vimarasrama Java Hong, Om Smasma Vimarasrama Java Hong. I take refuge in the Gurus, I take refuge in the Buddhas, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha, I take refuge in the Gurus, I take refuge in the Buddhas, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha, I take refuge in the Gurus, I take refuge in the Buddhas, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. Namo Guru Vya Namo Buddhaya Namo Dhammaya Namo Sanghaya Namo Gurubhya Namo Buddhaya Namo Dhammaya Namo Sanghaya Namo Gurubhya Namo Buddhaya Namo Dhammaya Namo Sanghaya. To the Buddha, Dharma, and Arya Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By the merits from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mothers, sentient beings. To the Buddha, Dharma, and the Arya Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By the merits from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mothers, sentient beings. To the Buddha, Dharma, and the Arya Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By the merits from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mothers, sentient beings. In particular, I must achieve enlightenment quickly in order to free all the numerous kind mothers, sentient beings from the unimaginable oceans of samsaric sufferings and lead them to the peerless full enlightenment. For this purpose, I must listen and thereafter put into practice the teachings of the profound Buddha Dharma. Tayata Shame Shamawati, Shamita Shatru Angare Mangare, Maritite Kerude Keyure Detawati, Oloyani Vishuddha Nimale. Parabanaye Kukugure Kasa Grase Grasane, Umuki Paramuki Amuki Shamitani, Sawa Granda Banda Nane, Nikeshita Sawa Parababatina, Vimuka Mara Pasha Sihapita, Buddha Munra Anogatita, Sawamare, Pusharita Parishute, Vikasatu Sawamara Kamani. I prostrate the gathering of the Dakinis of the three paces, coming from the supreme holy site of space and joy, who have the powers of clairvoyance and magical emanations, and regard practitioners as their offspring. Aka Samaraza Sataraza Maria Pe. Aka Samaraza Sataraza Maria Pe. Aka Samaraza Sataraza Maria Pe. Tayada Kate Kate Parakate Parasam Kate Buddhya Soha. To the power of the great truth of the words of the exalted three jewels, may all adverse conditions be overcome, may they become non-existent, may they be pacified, may all the evils such as enemies, obstacles, hindrances, and adverse conditions be pacified. Shatim Kuriya Soha. May the 80,000 types of obstacles be pacified. May we be separated from adverse harmful conditions. May everything conducive be obtained, and by the auspiciousness of everything good, may there be excellent happiness here and now. May all sentient beings achieve extraordinary superior happiness. May all sentient beings be free from the unbearable sea of suffering. May all sentient beings never departed from the bliss of supreme liberation. May all sentient beings be free of all bias, attachment and anger to dear ones and aversion to others. To accomplish my own and others' aim, I generate altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. To accomplish my own and others' aim, I generate altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. To accomplish my own and others' aim, I generate altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. Reverently, I prostrate in my body, speech, and mind, and present crowds every thought offering, actually offered and mentally transformed. I confess all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the virtues of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until samsara ends, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate all the virtues of others and myself to the great enlightenment. Let's recite the Heart Sutra. Thus have I heard, once the Blessed One was there in Rajgriha and Vulture Peak Mountain, together the great gathering of Sangha monks and the great gathering of Sanghas of Bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One entered the Samadhi that expresses the Dharma called profound illumination. At the same time, noble Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva Mahasattva, while practicing the profound prajna paramita, saw in this way. He saw also the 5 skandhas to be empty of nature. Then through the power of the Buddha, Venerable Shariputra said to the noble Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva Mahasattva, how should the son or daughter of the noble family train who wishes to practice the profound prajna paramita? Addressed in this way, noble Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva Mahasattva said to the Venerable Shariputra, O Shariputra, a son or daughter of the noble family who wishes to practice the profound prajna paramita should see in this way. Seeing the 5 skandhas to be empty of nature, form is emptiness, emptiness also is form. Emptiness is no other than form, form is no other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, perception, formation, and consciousness are emptiness. Thus, Shariputras or Dharmas are emptiness. There are no characteristics. There is no birth and no cessation. There is no impurity and no purity. There is no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no perception, no formation, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no appearance, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no dharmas, no I dhatu up to no mind dhatu, no dhatu or dharmas, no mind consciousness dhatu, no ignorance, no end of ignorance up to no OH and death, no end of OH and death, no suffering, no origin of suffering, no cessation of suffering, no path, no wisdom, no attainment, and no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, since the bodhisattvas have no attainment, thereby by means of prajna paramita, since there is no obscuration of mind, there is no fear. They transcend falsity and attain complete nirvana. All the Buddhas of the 3 times, by means of prajna paramita, fully awakened to unsubversible true complete enlightenment. Therefore, the great mantra of prajna paramita, the mantra, the great insight, the unsubversive mantra, the unequal mantra, the mantra that comes all suffering should be known as truth, since there is no deception. The prajna paramita mantra is said in this way: Tayata om gate gate parakate parasam gate bodhisattva. Thus Shariputra bodhisattvas Mahasattva should train to perform prajna paramita. Then the Blessed One arose from the samadhi and praised noble Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva Mahasattva, saying, Good, good, O son of noble family, thus it is. O son of noble family, thus it is. One should practice to perform prajna paramita just as we had taught, and all the Dhargadaras will rejoice. When the Blessed One has said this, Venerable Shariputra and noble Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva Mahasattva, the whole assembly in the world with gods, humans, aksharas, and gandharvas rejoice and praise the words of the Blessed One. Thank you, everyone. Let's take a moment of rest, and we invite Ile, our very talented MC, to make some announcement. Thank you.
Thank you, Anila. So, welcome for teachings by Singha Rinpoche. So, while we take a few moments to await his arrival, this is this week's announcements. So, in today's announcement, so Exploring Buddhism Module 1, so the dates are from July 16th, 23rd, 30th, as well as 6th and 8th of August on Sunday. So it's a 2 to 6 p.m. mini course with our Dharma brother Keith Chung. So come by and learn more about Buddhism. So this course provides learners with basic understanding and appreciation of Buddhism. So language of instruction is English. So scan this QR code to find out more. It's a face-to-face cohort, yeah? So do come by. So also, the New Moon Day celebrations, that will be 18th of July on Tuesday at 11 a.m. There will be food offering prayers in Chinese. So, food offering before all Buddhas in Chinese, recitation of Chunti, Dharani Sutra, as well as the Amitabha Sutra in Chinese. So, scan to make your offerings. There's a cutoff date for this so that everyone can prepare, yeah? So, that will be on the 17th of July at 8 a.m. So, event is on 18th, and the closing date to make offerings is on the 17th. Thank you. And of course, we have the first turning of the Dharma wheel. So on the 21st of July, we'll celebrate this special occasion. So at 8 a.m., there will be the ocean of offering clouds raining down good fortune in Tibetan. There's a text that they will be doing, as well as at 10 a.m. will be the Shakyamuni Buddha and 16 Arhats Puja in Tibetan, and at 8 p.m. there will be special prayer request in English, followed by Dharma teaching in Chinese. So if you would like to make some offerings on this auspicious day, please scan the QR code here. Closing date is on the 20th of July at 8 a.m. And of course, celebrating the birthday of Guru Rinpoche, happening on the 27th of July, Thursday. So the program is at 8 a.m. There will also be The prayers of ocean of offering clouds, raining down good fortune in Tibetan, and in celebration of Guru Rinpoche's birthday, our resident Sanghas will be performing the above puja to create great merits and auspicious conditions for all beings. So if you would like to participate to make some offerings on this auspicious day, please scan this QR code. Closing date on the 26th of July at 8 a.m. And we have another mini course that is led by our Venerable Losang Dechen. So this is happening on the 29th of July, Saturday, from 2 to 5 p.m. This class is specifically designed for beginners and aims to help you initiate your daily prayers, including the Shakyamuni Buddha morning prayers. So additionally, you will gain a deeper understanding of the importance of prayers and mantras. So language of instruction is in English. Please scan the QR code to find out more. And Unambana 2023 is now open for registration. So the dates that we are doing the prayers and the whole works will be from August 16th all the way to 2nd of September. So this Unambana, join us in prayer and practices to benefit sentient beings in all realms. If you would like to accumulate merits for your loved ones or dedicate prayers to the deceased, please scan to learn more. Thank you for hanging on. So while we wrap everything up, so stand by a few minutes while we invite Rinpoche. Thank you.
Ask Adam to tell you. Adam. 우기엔 여기 높창삼 폐막해서 동벌라 얍센 추기 온전에 폐마주네 세수라 고독한 드럼만 보고 계기 제순 다drugi 징계한 합체 세수소 구르 폐마시디오 오겐유기 납창삼 폐막해서 동보라 야센 추기 원존에 폐마존에 세수라 거덕한 드럼만 보고 기기 제순 다dru기 징계한 합체 세수소 구르 폐마시디오 오겐유기 납창삼 폐막해서 동보라 얍센 추기 원존에 폐마존에 세수라 고독한 드럼만 보고 기기지순 다dru기 징계한 합체 세수소 구르 폐마시디오. Okay, let's make 3 prostration. Thank you. So let's turn to page 17 to offer the mandala before teachings. Om A Hong, Om A Hong, Om A Hong, Om Vajraground Ahong, here is the mighty and powerful base of gold. Om Vajraline Ahong, the outer rings encircled with this iron fence. And the center, the king of mountains, Mount Meru, and the east, the continent Pravavidya, and the south, Jambu Vipa, and the west, Aparagodadiya, and the north is Uttarakuru, around the east is the subcontinent Deha and Videha, around the south is Chamara and Upper Chamara, around the west is Sata and Uttaramatri, around the north is the subcontinent Kurava and Koraba, in the east is the treasure mountain, in the south is the rich grinding tree, in the west is the rich grinding cow, in the north is the harvest that needs no cultivation. Here's the precious will, here's the precious jewel, here's the precious queen, here's the precious minister, here's the precious elephant, here's the precious abbess of horses, here's the precious general, here's the great treasures of us. Here's the goddess of beauty, here's the goddess of garlands, here's the goddess of song, here's the goddess of dance, here's the goddess of flowers, here's the goddess of incense, here's the goddess of light, here's the goddess of perfume. Here's the sun, here's the moon, here's the umbrella of all that's precious, here's the banner of victory in all directions. In the center are all the possessions precious to gods and men. This magnificent collection lacking in nothing, I offer to you my kind and holy root Lama, together with you venerable lineage Lamas, and to you Lama, compassionate Lama Losang Dowa Doje Chang. Together with the assembly of gods, I offer this pure and beautiful collection to you. In your compassion, accept what I offer for the sake of all beings. Having accepted this to myself and to all beings, please grant your blessings through your great compassion. This ground, anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, four continents, sun, and the moon, I offer in visualizations as a field of Buddhas. May all sentient beings thus enjoy this pure land. The objects of my attachment, anger, and ignorance, my body, my wealth, and enjoyments, without this source of loss, I offer this collection. Please accept it with pleasure and bless me with freedom from the three poisons. Venerable holy gurus, in the space of your truth body, from eluding clouds of your wisdom and love, let fall the rain of the profound and extensive Dharma in whatever form is suitable for subduing sentient beings. Om Yidam Guru Randa Mandala Kamniyatayami. Precious Guru, please grant me all realizations of the path, from Guru devotion to the completion of the training in unified Vajra state. Please grant blessings that my mind will become Dharma, that Dharma will become the path, the hindrances to the path may not occur, that may I cease all wrong conceptions and receive immediately the two precious bodhicittas. Let's greet Rinpoche. Good evening, Rinpoche.
Good evening. So today I'm going to answer some questions. That's posted here to me. So the first question is, in the absence of prajna, the sixth perfection, the remaining five perfections cannot bring one to enlightenment. Using skillful methods and remaining free of concepts of subject, object, action, meditate on the perfection of prajna means wisdom. This is the way of bodhisattva practice. So ask me to give a short commentary on this paragraph. How does one meditate on the perfection of wisdom and remain free of concepts? So First of all, I think, I feel what is important is to first understand what are the six perfections, and with regards to that, what's so special about the sixth perfection, the number six, or what is the great difference in the point of practice and meditation in regards to in regards to the six perfections? Okay, so there is the one point. There's the one point. When we talk about enlightenment, there is the one point that segregates all of us from the rest of the religious practices of the entire universe. Not just this world, the entire universe. Okay, there's this one point. And so, first of all, I will go through the six perfections, okay, of the bodhisattva, path. And then you think for yourself. After now, I want to break it down, and you think for yourself what I say is true or not. I'm sharing this honestly as my personal experience. Okay, so right now there are the 6 points, and with this the 6 points of Mahayana Buddhism, also the Buddhism of the Great Path. And so, what is the Great Path? The Great Path again talks about. The Great Path again talks about us being able to become Buddha, and that we want to awaken, become Buddha, so that we can help all beings limitlessly. Limitlessly meaning in unlimited ways. Okay? Unlimited ways. So first, let's go to the six perfections. The first one is the perfection of giving. Giving here means generosity. The perfection of generosity. So many people think about giving as rightfully Mother Teresa said, I don't just want people to give, I want people to give that they will feel the pain. Okay? That there's a kind of you feel the pinch in your heart that when you're giving, so then there is a giving. So many people feel giving or generosity in that way is the only way. But honestly, here giving also giving people a sense of acceptance, because you know the reality is many of us don't feel that we are accepted by society. Many of us don't feel that other people accept us. Many of us don't feel other people love us. Many of us don't even love ourselves. So, when it comes to generosity, generosity is not just about giving things. It's also about giving time, giving a listening ear, giving your presence. Right now, our generosity is, most of the time, is hidden because we are all hiding behind a mobile phone, hiding behind a laptop, hiding behind a, what do you call this? tablet, right? In the past, people hide behind magazines, hide behind newspapers. Those of us who are 40, 50 years old, you know, in the people in the past, you know, wait for bus, wait for anything. Everybody holding a magazine, holding a newspaper. Somehow nobody hold textbooks to study, right? So generosity is also giving of this, but you know, what is the greatest generosity? The greatest generosity is the generosity of grace. That is, sometimes receiving is a generosity. If somebody give you, what if somebody poorer than you give you something? Will you accept? Some people are just saying, I have so much things so much better than this, why should I take? So what is the grace? The grace here is when you can have something, when you have something better but you can receive it, right? Or giving or buying something that you don't need but you know it matters for the person who is selling it. You buy something, that person, giving grace for that person, you buy something, like maybe for me is a meaningless toy, or, you know, but for the person who is selling that toy is making money, putting food on the table for the family. So, but you're also preserving the dignity of the person. You're not giving the person money that the person feels like he is begging. So over here, generosity has to be understood in many ways, and not just the generosity that, you know, hey, I'm the person doing the good deed, you know, I'm the one that's generous, you know, and then do some good deed, and then we take a lot of photos and videos, and then we share to social media and everything that we are doing this and stuff like that. Oh. So Chinese, there's a saying, 造点阴德. What is 阴德? 阴德比阳德还有有用. How we 阴德? 阴德 means married in the dark. Right? You do something, but you don't need to tell the whole world. You don't need to tell anybody at all. Let me tell you, this is a real story, okay? But for the protect the name of the people, protect the name of the people, and protect the people who are in this, I cannot say. I don't want to say. That is a fact, okay? There's this area, even country, I don't want to say. So there's this area. And what happened, you know? There's this rich man died. And this rich man died. This rich man have no family, nothing. He was like I think the last of his family members. So he's a rich man. When he died, but he was a very low profile man. When he died, nobody went to his funeral. Only some monks went to do chanting and everything, you know. Then the people in this village are not wealthy, but everybody live quite well. Because the butcher and the provision shop owner regularly give like unbelievably discounted provisions to the people. Unbelievably discounted. after this rich man died, the provisions and the fruit, vegetables and the meat, you know, went everything back to normal price. And the people started to ask, you know, the villagers started to ask, and they scold them, you know, why everything so expensive now? Then the provision shop and the vegetable and the butcher, you know, they say, oh, because the money run out. They say, what do you mean by money run out? They say, then the rich man he was your sponsor for this whole this village, you know, that he gave the money that, you know, to keep on to support let the people have a better quality food and books and everything for the children. But after, you know, after the rich man died, everything finished. Then people really know the true colors. The provision shop, the vegetable seller and the butcher. At first everybody very friendly to them, you know. Then after that everybody realized they are the businessmen. The real person is the rich man who died, but nobody went. Then everybody came together, did big puja for the rich man, and everybody felt a deep sense of I don't want to use the word shame, maybe felt embarrassed, and they did the puja for the rich man. In this way, when I know this thing happened, you know, yeah, I felt, you know, the rich man is real bodhisattva, you know. Nobody knew he was the main sponsor. Nobody knew until after he died, the money ran out. He gave like what lump sum money, you know, to them, lump sum money to them, you know. Because everywhere else, the price of the tomato and the rice and everything is market rate, right? But somehow over there, everything is so much cheaper. Everybody still paid for the things that they bought, but it's unbelievably discounted, like 90% discount. You see? The rich man preserved the dignity of the people that they were buying things. It's not like they were free food, you know. The rich man thought that, you know, preserve their dignity, that they are working, they have a job, they have salary, and then they are able to buy and support themselves. The reality is, the rich man was really a great. To me, he's a great man. Okay, so the first one is about generosity. Second one is about some people call morality. Some call ethical discipline. So now we think about morality and ethical discipline. Then morality and ethical discipline. Then we think, oh, there must be thing that is what is good and what is right. What is good and what is right. Okay, so everybody want to live in sila. Sila means Malay also use the word sila, you know. Sila is a Sanskrit word, right? So what is sila in Malay? Rules. What is sila in Malay? Joanne not here. What's sila in Malay? No, S-I-L-A, sila, ching. But sila also means something like a rules. Don't break the rules. Okay? Yeah. No? Not in Malay. I see. Okay. But anyway, in Sanskrit, sila is like like the rules that everybody feel that is the right way, something like that. So I think some people translate as ethical discipline, some people translate as morals, morality, morals. Okay? Thing is, your ethics and my ethics is different. Very simply, right? India have Indian ethics, right? China has Chinese ethics, right? America has American ethics, right? Russian have Russian ethics, right? Europe have Europe ethics. Then everything is ethics. Then why all the ethical countries and ethical people don't get along? Okay? Third point is peace, shanti. Shanti, you know. Shanti makes me, reminds me of a Hindi movie, Om Shanti Om. Alright? Shanti, this, I think they call peace. Actually, the peace, where does this peace come from? This peace comes from perfection of patience. Right? So where does patience come from? So over here the perfection is the perfection of patience. The patience is about, we all know what patience is, right? Not letting ourselves explode. Okay? Not letting ourselves explode. Next one is enthusiastic effort, okay, or have a great effort. So within this, the effort, then some people will say, in reality today, if you practice Dharma with great effort, some people will say, you know, wow, you Sabo king, or you Sabo queen, we cannot be like you leh. Right? Some people say, wow, you're so guru devotion, I haven't reached that level leh. Okay, so many people will say many different kinds of things. People like to talk. People like to talk, and people like to assume. So if they cannot do what you can do, or if you cannot do what other people can do, the best thing is to vilify them. Right? To say that they are no good, and they are the one that cause trouble for the rest of us, and this and that. Right? So, but if you perfection, bodhisattva perfection, you still do. Right? So what is the personification of this vigor and enthusiastic perfection of effort is Samantabhadra. Right? If you read Samantabhadra's text, the Avatamsaka Sutra, right, you will see that, wow, Samantabhadra is what we call go all out, all the way and all out. Okay, all the way and all out. Most of us cannot lah. Most of us cannot. But we cannot doesn't mean that the others cannot. Okay? We cannot doesn't mean that the others cannot. Right? So, over here we think go all out also has the meaning of give and do all the way. But all out can also, or anyway, I'll explain the other way later. Right? Fifth one is concentration. Concentration means totally we can ignore everything else and just be concentrate till we can hear the pin. When a needle drop or pin drop on the floor, it sounds like a clashing of thunder. Okay, so these are the 5 perfections, right? What is the difference? Now we are talking this question here is that what is the sixth perfection? Right? And how do we go about that? So now we go back to the first five perfection. If we don't want to use the word perfection, right? Don't all other religions also talk about generosity? All other religions talk about morality? All other religions talk about patience? All other religions talk about patience and peace, right? All other religions talk about doing your best, right? Giving and your best, doing your best, right? All other religions tell us to focus, right? Correct? But do they lead to enlightenment? No. What makes the sixth perfection and the addition of it to these other five is what makes Buddhism not suitable for everybody. It's what makes Buddhism stand out like a sore thumb for everybody. Right? This is what makes Buddhism painful to practice for ordinary people. Because we are facing ourselves. All the other religion, if you follow, just be generous, just do what everybody say is right, have patience and have peace, right? And do the best, and then we do concentration and focus, and God will take care of the rest, isn't it? Isn't it? Any God, any religion talk about God, then God will take care of the rest. Even if it's not God, there are people who are praying to our ancestors, also will talk about the same first five, isn't it? Right? Isn't it? So when we talk about that and when we can understand this, and we can understand this, the sixth perfection of wisdom, the practical application of it, with the question of, with the earlier question of, how does one meditate on the perfection of meditation of wisdom and remain free of concepts? So with this, now we use the perfection of wisdom, okay? Here it says, free of the concept of subject, object and action. Meditate on the perfection of wisdom. Now we go back, I go back one by one, okay? Free of subject, free of object, free of action, free of even free of wisdom, okay? Free of the idea of it is a wisdom, okay? Why do I say that is, if you have wisdom, you don't need to say you have wisdom, You understand now? If you have wisdom, you don't need to say you have wisdom. When we have wisdom and we can apply wisdom, you don't need to tell the world. It's like, rich people don't need to wear branded clothes. Do you realize that? The richest people who go into, wealthiest people who go into these showrooms and buy up the most expensive things and everything, more than half the time they are wearing very, very simple and unbranded and unassuming clothes. Right? They are not uncouth. They are just normal. They don't need to show off and they don't need to tell other people. But the cannot make it types will wear branded from top to toe. The cannot make it will wear branded from top to toe. Why? Because it is the power of association. It is the power of association. Is there anything wrong with that? Let's release the right and wrong of the morality now. With wisdom, let's release ourselves from the right and wrong and understand that beings are insecure. So free from action, free from concept, free from object, free from subject. You understand? So then we meditate and maintain our mind in clarity, free from letting the wisdom and the morality and the patience and all these things to possess us. If you, like now, I have, let's say this is inside, honestly, inside here there is a gold and silver, right? This gold and silver is a honest real gold and silver, pure gold, pure silver coins for doing as Mandala offering. Does it have real value? Yes, it has a real value. But if I am, number one, I use gold, silver, real gold, real silver, you know, and offer. You have or not? Object, subject start to come in already, correct or not? Right? This is the object, the subject is pride now. You have or not? You go use it. No, just follow me lah. Follow my gang. We do real one. The rest visualize they want to fake it till they make it lah. We all make it one use the real one. Right? I'm saying this is because definitely this thing happened because I heard this before. And when I heard it, I thought it was it's their level. Lor. I don't even want to take action to go and scold them, you know, or right the wrongs, you know. You understand? There are no wrongs to right, but understand that a dog will bark. Until the dogs get tired of barking, the dog will continue to bark. So the first one is generosity. We think it's just giving and giving and giving, right? But now with the application of wisdom, isn't it also about receiving? Isn't it also about giving grace, giving time, giving love? You understand? Isn't giving also about these other things? So you see now wisdom add into giving. Suddenly giving is not giving money and things anymore. Because the idea of giving to many people is Christmas Day. Buying gifts, giving. Right? So everybody loves Christmas Day. Right? Unless you are the one paying money to buy the gifts. Right? You are receiving the gift, then you are very happy. Right? So rejoice in the birth of Lord Jesus Christ. You can rejoice. We should rejoice. Right? So this is about the generosity part. Generosity part. Okay? So the second one is about morality. Just now I said, you're moral, right? You're supposed to offer, supposed to offer the best, right? Correct. Ethical discipline. Don't pretend. Don't pretend you can offer gold, silver, emeralds, and Z's and citrines and everything. Don't pretend. Offer the real one, right? So with practical application of wisdom, these people are at their level. Right? The object I explained is the gold and silver. So they got possessed by the gold and silver. The practitioner got obsessed by the things, and therefore these things possess them. Not they temporarily, not understanding that this thing is temporarily only using. Right? Does metal have more value or plastic have more value? Don't know how to answer, is it? think so much, huh? Object, subject. Now suddenly everybody start thinking. You don't know. Metal have more value or plastic have more value? Huh? What? Depends on its form. Just general, if you have a sheet of plastic, canvas, polyester, or metal, which one will have more value? Which one more difficult to make or extract? Metal, isn't it? Honestly speaking, metal needs go through so much process to extract from the ground, isn't it? Then go through refining and everything, then become what? 10-cent coins, 20-cent coins, 50-cent coins, right? But the sheet of plastic printed with numbers worth a lot more, you know. $10 notes, $50 notes, $100 bills, $1,000 notes, isn't it? So what is what? You understand what I mean? What is what? Okay? So with wisdom, the morality part also starts to say, what is this? What is this morality or ethical discipline that is so hard up about being the perfect one? Okay? It goes down to deeper of loving kindness. Third one, patience or peace and shanti. Why patience? Because you still don't have patience, because you still don't have inner serenity, you don't have inner peace. Little bit of thing, we get angry and we get triggered, right? Correct? We are the one get angry, we are the one get triggered, you know. And then when we are angry and then so what happened? We need to practice Om. I remember this American student, right, Bagita, she goes to the Rinpoche, we need to do this Om. She did this Om thing. So this Om thing left a very deep imprint in my mind, right, Bagita Saravanja, yeah. So this old auntie very funny, right? But what she says is what she say makes me think, you know, yes, we need to have patience because we have not truly surrendered our suffering. We have not surrendered our suffering. We hold on to our suffering. That's why we need to have patience. If you I don't know whether it happened to you or not, but it happened to me, right? When I was young, we cooked with firewood, right? In Nepal also cook with firewood. So the firewood is burning inside the wood here, right? So it's not burning, so I assume it's not hot, right? But when I touch the wood, actually the wood is warm. But when I move the wood, then some steam come out. Oh, my hand got scalded, steam burn from the wood that came out, and then moved, and then the steam escaped. So I thought, the wood is not burning, but it's so hot, but immediately like this. Then it made me think about, I think I'm not suffering, I think I'm perfect, but actually inside, this is called passive aggressive. Not burning, but inside, pent up, waiting for the moment to strike, waiting for somebody to release or unleash the demon in me. That's called trigger point, right? Yeah, we all the hidden abing and aliens, you know. They say, 你咪笑啊，我等你啊，看想水啊。Correct? Yeah. 好。Lao Lian sitting there, laughing the loudest, right? I'm waiting see who trigger me only. That person sway, or we ourselves didn't practice enough yet. You understand? I always see, when I see things, I always use this thing as reflection for myself. Okay? So when it comes to be the object, what is the object? Is the people. What is the subject? Is our mind. The anger, the trigger point, this and that, right? What is the action? Freedom of action. Don't take action. Don't let yourself wait for others to trigger you. This is passive aggressiveness, you know. We are just waiting for the unlucky bugger to come and say that thing, and then after that all hell break loose. And then that person, also probably no wisdom, or simply what we say, bad luck sway. Right? Just say the wrong thing only, then kena left, right, center, up, down, and everything. Correct or not? Right? So going about, the object, the subject, and then the action, then what to do? What is the wisdom? The meditation of wisdom is to be there, to be present. Last week I taught you all, right? I'm here. Or maybe I taught the Chinese class, is it? I think I taught the Chinese class. Yeah. Right? The next one is the vigor, enthusiasm, right? It's the same with the enthusiasm. The enthusiasm is to, especially when we are able to prove ourselves to others. If there's nobody to prove, nobody see, do for what? Right? Anila also don't know, the Sifu also don't know, Rinpoche also don't know what's there to do. No need to do lah. But the moment Sifu say, do until not 100%, 200-300% also can. Right? So, again, there is the idea of an object, right? The things to be done, the people involved, the things to be done, right? So we apply the wisdom to it. What is the antidote? The action plan. Action plan is, again, the greatest action is in inaction. Don't do anything when you are there. That means when you're triggered, when you're affected, when you're this and that, don't do anything. Take a few steps back and observe our mind. Okay? But if you want to do, because it's for the purpose of common good for others, do, but be aware of how our mental fluctuation be. So, share. Always share the, what's the English word? Share the like the good name, or the recognition. Share the recognition with other people. Don't say, because of me, then I'm the one that built this. I'm the one that did this. I'm the one that did that. All rubbish. No man is an island. Everybody is dependent on somebody else to achieve anything at all. And imagine, the reality is this. The reality is, if you create the best thing, but nobody is bothered, and nobody use, and nobody likes, and nobody wants, even if the best thing is useless thing. But you make a nice design, sell very expensive, use canvas to make the prints and everything. Even cheap stuff become very branded. Right? Even cheap quality, cheap thing actually is cheap thing. Right? Canvas bags can print some logo, suddenly, wow, that canvas becomes different already. Right? Actually, all plastics, all canvas are corpse juice, Right? They're all corpse juice. All plastics come from petroleum, corpse juice, isn't it? Dead fish, dead dinosaurs, dead everything, all their body then decompose, then everything, all the matter become this oil, right? Oh, isn't petroleum corpse juice? It just sounds terrible, I know. But that's the good way to, as an antidote, is a good way. Next one is about concentration. I want to concentrate. Everybody meditate. So I must meditate until I can fly. I meditate for 100 days, 100 nights without eating, drinking, sleeping and everything. I can prove to the world I can sit here and then I can Om. What's the point? Actually, what's the point? There are people who, it's true, there are people who practice for the purpose of wanting recognition, for wanting superpower, miraculous power, clairvoyance, and everything. It's true. We all know. And the other one is actually those who don't want and don't need this, but they practice honestly. Sometimes these so-called side effects come. The thing is that with the side effects of maybe clairvoyance, concentration, knowing or can control the weather, this and that, all these side effects are like what Singha Rinpoche said, right? The Mara, the king of demons showering flowers upon you. Why? May you be recognized, may you be rich, may you be famous, may you be well known, may everybody remember your name and everybody remember your face, right? So sounds like very good, no? May you be wealthy, may people give you whatever you want, right? Actually sounds very nice, right? The reality means Buddha come and sprinkle water to wake up, okay? Buddha sprinkle. May you be awake. May you be free from bondage. May Mara sprinkle, wish you be rich, you become possessed by wealth. Mara wish you be famous, you will lose your freedom. Everywhere you go, people will look at you, right? When Mara sprinkle you a flower, that may you be wealthy, everybody will look at you. You don't know who your real friends are. People will come to you whether for money or for some benefit from you. Isn't it? You understand what I mean now? If you really, when we think of, really we can reflect with wisdom. The 5 perfections in front, they all have their benefit. But what's the real defining thing about Buddhism is wisdom. So you see, we Chinese like to say, Henga onga huada. Right? Heng, everything go according to your way. So you want to do bad things, also do according to your way. You want to steal things, also can go. You want to murder somebody, also you can be very successful. Right? You want to scam people, cheat, also very good, right? Then you wow, with a lot ill-gotten wealth, you are very powerful. Huada! Right? Yeah. A lot of people come and support you, want to be your friend and everything. You become very rich, very prosperous and very powerful and this and that. Hang on, what? Is it freedom? Will you get peace? Or you get more fear? You understand? So when we really observe with object and subject and action and meditation, when you apply this with wisdom, we use wisdom to apply. What is the object? Object is usually the people involved, right? The subject is what is involved, what is being what you're enticed. Even for example, when you say, oh, I want to do this because I just want to have peace, I just want to live my life in peace, be simple and this and that. I just want to, don't want to have a difficult time, or for make life easy. I want to support my my parents, I want to support my grandparents, I want to be here for my family. Sounds very good, right? Sounds very good, right? Correct? Now I turn the coin around. You lazy, say so lah. Don't dare to go overseas and face your fear. Don't dare to go overseas to work. Say so lah. Find so many excuses to sound so good. Sounds like, got sila, got morality. Now you hear? Right? With Dharma, with wisdom, we can burst our own bubble. So whenever we think about excuses, when we talk about excuses, when we have something come up with some plan, we write down, very good. When you write down, then use wisdom to look at it. Object is myself, subject is my plan. What is with wisdom to look at it? Right? What is the so-called action plan? Right? Is it beneficial? Does it lead to enlightenment? Does it lead to long-term happiness or short-term happiness? What is my motivation? 我的发心是什么？我的启发点是什么？是很重要的。Right? These are the things that drives us to go beyond deeper, but bursting the bubble. And many people say we don't want to grow big but grow deep. You want to grow big, also funny. You want to grow deep, also funny, more rooted. Right? If you really want to grow, go beyond object, go beyond subject, go beyond action. Cultivate wisdom. Right? So this is so that is the question. Right? Using skillful methods. So skillful methods is the remaining 5 perfection cannot bring one to enlightenment. So this line, do you understand now? Dear Rinpoche, it is said in the absence of wisdom, the remaining 5 perfection, the first 5 perfection, cannot bring one to enlightenment. Now can you understand? Can patience lead you to enlightenment? Can generosity lead you to enlightenment? Right? Can morality lead you to enlightenment? Right? Can supreme effort lead you to enlightenment? Right? To all these kind of things, you see. So when we are able to observe it, these things are manifest conditions, manifested conditions, but they cannot bring us to enlightenment. That's why only Buddha was really great. Buddha taught us to be the lamb of our own path. And we can only be the lamb of the path if we choose to maintain this wisdom. We choose to maintain this wisdom that is all pervasive, that can really free ourselves and free others from the bondage of possessiveness. Possessiveness not necessarily to things. Possessiveness also upon idea. So what is possessiveness in the modern Western era? You want to know? You want to know? Right? My children belong to me. Then you got this patented products. Patents are possessiveness. Right? Doing business and only I can make money is possessiveness. Right? My name, my product is possessiveness. A product, if it's really beneficial to mankind, is beneficial to mankind. You understand? My idea, my skill, my name, my power, my knowledge is possessiveness. Right? So like this, okay? So, using skillful methods are the methods that I taught you just now. to remain free of concept of subject, object, and action. Meditate on the perfection of wisdom. So this is the way of the bodhisattva practice. Can you give a short commentary on this paragraph? This I have done. I have given you the commentary. How does one meditate on the perfection of wisdom, prajna, and remain free of concepts? How does one meditate on the perfection of wisdom? Is to have to first drop the idea of perfection. Wisdom is only applied when there is confusion. You only need wisdom when there's confusion and ignorance. Do you need wisdom for the sky? Does the sky and the mountains need wisdom? No. You understand? There's no confusion, no ignorance. Such is just the nature of it as such. Does the air need wisdom? Does space need wisdom? No. Who need wisdom? Those who believe that they possess a mind and knowledge and object and subject, they need wisdom. Rejoice whenever, feel happy whenever we are able to step back and re-look again. Not just about thinking again, but re-look at the situation of our lives and our decisions that we make. Were the decisions we make based on the right motivation, or the decisions that we make based on the conditions that we were in? Okay? So how does one meditate on perfection of prajna, wisdom? To me, forget about the idea of perfection, but let our mind be, don't even have the word free. Right? Don't even have the word free. If you have the thought of freedom, that means you are trapped. Isn't it? If you need freedom, it means you are trapped. Make sense? If you need freedom, means you are trapped. If you want light, means you are in darkness. Right? If you need love, it means you are broken. Right? And it's okay to recognize that we all need love, that we are all still have darkness, when we all still have fear, and we are all still have our karmic conditions. Do you understand? Right? So this is to understand, and therefore, what is real bodhisattva practice now? You want to know? Okay? Now when you have this, it's with wisdom, let's cultivate what really matters. Loving kindness. To have love and to be kind. Many people in the name of wisdom and Mahayana become proud and cocky and everything. But actually, if we talk about just now the 6 perfections with wisdom, freedom of object and subject, and to the introduction of the greatest action is in inaction. That means stop yourself from doing something stupid at the heat of the moment, right? Then really, loving kindness really helps. Loving compassion really helps. Loving kindness comes from compassion. So empathy really helps. So in the real world, in the real practice, how we how we can choose our words, our mind, our manifestation, let's put it this way, our manifestation, how we can choose our manifestation, how we can choose our state of mind, then is true freedom, when you can start to choose, like going for a buffet, you know. Like going for buffet. When I was very young, I didn't understand what is the meaning of manifestation. I remember one time, my guru and me, we went to eat momo. So there were different shape of momos, different shape of dumplings. Then my guru said, actually they are all the same thing. If you just look, it is the manifestation of the name due to a labeling that this has to come in this shape and that has to come in that shape, right? In the end, we all eat the same chili sauce. We eat, we swallow, and it comes out the same product sheet. Right? That is what makes equanimity important, because the product smells and feels the same. Right? Shit smells and feels the same. So enjoyment is different for everybody, but suffering is the same for everybody. That's why equanimity, true equanimity, is the recognition of the truth of suffering. Recognize that even though everybody appears that we are all happy, actually all of us are suffering. We all have our own fears, our own unhappiness. We all have our own uncertainties and our insecurities. We all have. We all don't have perfection of wisdom. We all still have the karmic condition of our current body. Understand? So the reality is loving kindness and compassion and empathy really helps. Okay? So this is my answer for this first question. Second question. Please teach us which part of us is taking rebirth when we were taught that there is no self or selflessness. This is a nice question. The Buddha taught that there is no self or selflessness is because the reality is everything exists because of labeling. Just like fire is called fire in English, api in Malay, Agni in Hindi, Sanskrit. Then the Chinese we say Huo, right? Some say Fo. Oh, it's okay lah, doesn't matter, right? No, 知道是佛就可以了咯，啊，so selfless, no self and selflessness is actually not taught to you, but introduced to you for your own journey to discover that it is actually a reality. When you pray to your guru, we always pray that we may be blessed with the ability to discover the real nature of our mind and our body is empty. Why empty? Why empty? because it is an integrated condition existence. You take away a small part of that particular thing, okay, and it will cease to exist as what it is believed to be. A very good example would be across the road there is somebody selling chicken rice, right? Chicken rice with no rice, chicken rice with no chicken. There's just chicken and rice, right? So chicken rice with no rice, funny. Chicken rice with no chicken, also funny. Impossible. Now, diagonally opposite selling pork soup. Pork soup with no water, no soup. Pork soup with no pork, just the salted vegetables and the salted plum, funny. Vegetarian salted vegetable plum soup. You understand? So it becomes, if you understand that everything exists as integrated conditioned existence, then it is selfless. But what is taking, so selflessness and you taking rebirth, what is the difference? Even I am selfless, but I have to take, you and I take uncontrolled rebirth is because of the karmic action, the karmic wind that is continuously going on and on and on, that is based on the push of identity. The push of identity. Now, we don't say rebirth, okay? We talk about one thing that affect all of us, especially for some of us, but effectively almost all of us, is this. You want me to say? Okay? We must do this because our ancestors did like that, you know. This is our ancestral command, and our ancestors tell us to do that. We cannot go against, you know. Our ancestors say we must do this, so we must, you know. Have you heard this before? 我们祖先祖训讲的，我们祖先就世世代代就是这样的，一定要传承接下去，接下去。有吗？啊？以前怎么服侍他们，怎么拜，我们也继续这样拜下去。學晒啊！ So that is the karmic wind that you are born into this family, even though you are not necessarily, who knows, maybe you are that blessed ancestor reborn into your same family. You know? You are your own great-grandchild, you know. It's possible, you know, you are your own great-grandchild, no? No,拜阿公跟他拜左公跟他拜家己啊，點曉嚟解搖搖一個。 only maybe previous life in the 老媽、老左公、老左媽, right? Actually, I'm the 老媽. The 老媽 is me. That's it. So the karmic conditioning comes on what, you know, which part of us is taking rebirth. It is the continuous attachment, continuous thing that make us seek rebirth. Because of the identity, because of the belief, because of the ego, because of the pride, because of everything that is not purified, has the potential energy to propel us to the next life. Right? Throwing karma. to next life. Like that? Okay? Next question. You have mentioned a few times of being passive aggressive. What is this actually? How do we know that we have it? Or you don't know if you have it, you ask your friends lah. Okay? If you don't know you have it, you ask your friends. Very simple. 100% everybody is passive aggressive. You say, what do you want to eat? Anything now? Do you want to go there? Can. Are you okay? Okay. Sure. Right? Yeah. Today somebody told me, usually when I say like that, it means not okay. When I say anything or should be okay lah, it means not okay. Right? Huh? Yeah, my daughter. My daughter tell me this. Dad, usually when I say this, it means not okay. That's it. Ayo, you see my hair getting less? Why? Because when you say okay, not okay, want, don't want, this, that, maybe, and everything, I got no time to guess. I just put there, you want, you take, don't want, that's not my problem. I don't need to make my life so difficult. If I want to do it, I do it. If I want to do it, I do it because I want to do it. Not because I have to seek your permission or I have to see whether you're this or that. Okay? I just be responsible for my own choice, which is my own action. Then it's okay. Okay, so what is being passive aggressive? If you don't know, maybe you search Google what's the meaning. Okay, and then you just see yourself. Maybe by asking this question, you're already being passive aggressive. Who knows? I don't know who asked, right? Because they don't put the name, They also don't put the name. Very clever, Don't put name. So I'm just answering questions without knowing who asked, right? So next question is: we watch shows about live fish and live seafood which are killed for food consumption in the show. Is it considered sinful to watch? Does it cause bad karma after watching? Is watching movies sinful to watch or not? Many people ask me this kind of things. Oh, if I watch this kind of thing, is it bad or not? If I watch that kind of thing, is it bad or not? This and that. You know what was my honest answer to them? My honest answer is, when you see my face, is it bad or not? Whatever you are seeing is a mental perception of yourself. What you are seeing from a screen is actually light. The reality is what you are seeing from the screen is actually light. Right? Yeah, because you can jolly well just switch off the blessed TV. I don't want to say goddamn TV, right? So just switch off the blessed TV and you don't see the light. So I don't know whether you want to watch shows that make you have special feelings, of horror movie, that you watch horror movie and then, right, like this piece of cloth or blanket can protect you from the what's the ghost you saw the other day in your house? Sadako? Ah, yeah, like the ghost you saw in your house, Sadako, right? As though the Sadako will not crawl out from your TV screen, right? Actually, the Sadako already crawled from the TV. Is it called, Sadako? Sadako. How many of you watch Sadako? Sadako. Okay, Sadako. 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 Nice or not? Huh? You must watch lah. Let your mind be open and influence and experience the fear and the horror and the everything. Especially if you live alone and if you sleep alone, must watch. Right? Yeah. And not bad, right? So you don't need to watch a Sadako there for you, ma. You don't want to see, I see. Not bad lah, free show, right? So, yeah. Is it sinful to watch? Nothing is sinful to watch or unwatch. But it is sinful to not watch your own mind then, if you want to use the word sinful. Right? Somebody said, oh, very bad karma, that person watch pornography. Or, Rinpoche, you scold that person, this and that. I tell the person, the other guy who was complaining to me, I said, why you want me to scold him? You so self-righteous. Maybe you are the one who got real desire for this thing. Right? Some people so homophobic and everything. Right? And they ask me to this and that. Then in the end, the person he himself is gay. To me, I always tell you, gay lah, straight lah, bye lah, whatever lah. Right? You don't spend your how many hours a day having sex? No, right? You got so many other things to do, what? Why let something you do the least amount of time command the rest of your life? So, what is sinful? To watch a fish being killed, this and that. If you see the fish being killed and you can feel compassion and you can compassion for the fish, and also compassion for the person who killing the fish, If you can really start to experience that inner compassion and empathy for their situation, actually who wants to be in a situation to be killing animals? I think deep down inside, everybody knows it sucks. Deep down inside, I believe everybody knows it sucks. Deep down may be so difficult in their livelihood and everything that they end up having to do the job that nobody wants to do. And nobody wants to do the job they have to do, and they are paid the least and treated the worst. When can we have some respect for one another? So does it cause bad karma after watching? Cause bad karma after watching? Rather, after watching anything, there's no karma, but rather, what does it do to your mind? Are you triggered? Do you get angry? Do you get horrified? Like if you watch a horror movie, then after that you're scared to go toilet, scared you must on the light, on the whole house lights, right? Or after you watch the movie, then you become very anti-Western world. Or you watch a movie, become anti-Chinese. Or you watch the show, become anti-British colonialism. Or you watch the show, become very you know, everything starts to trigger. They say a good movie is when you watch the movie and after that you can move the hearts and influence the thinking of others. It's true. It's true. So when we say, is it considered bad karma after watching? The worst karma is you sit there and you never do anything, but your whole world move upside down already. Right? You're sitting there, but your whole world move upside down. Some people watch a scary movie and after that the whole life scared of certain things. I think there's more bad karma then. Right? There's more bad karma. Somebody watch and even show me the clip on the times of Vietnam in Vietnam War, that the people were so poor and, you know, they ate fried grass. They took grass and then they washed the grass and they fry the grass, and then there was a cockroach on the wall and they beat the cockroach and put onto the grass, and delicacy, extra protein. The person was, he didn't know how to react to this. He said, I'm very disturbed. So I said, you know, vegetable is just another name for grass. Isn't it? Right? The fun thing with Geshe Tashi and me is every morning, you know, when they eat breakfast, eat salad, right? Singha Rinpoche eat salad, right? And they say, morning is Hindu, vegetarian. I say, yeah, then eat grass. Yeah. Right? The term we use, we purposely choose the word cha, eat grass. Right? So from now onwards, when you eat vegetable, you say, this grass is nice. The reality, these are specially planted grass, right? Because we believe this grass is good for health. We believe that grass is, isn't it? It's a label. Second thing is about people eating cockroaches at that time. I said, if you look at, you know, the reality is people will eat anything when they're hungry. Right? For the cockroach is putting in the wrong place at the wrong time. Or maybe the cockroach is a bodhisattva, kill me, eat me, so you may be full. Right? Who knows? I don't know. So what is the bad karma? The bad karma is if we allow ourselves to be so influenced to be even more samsara, right? But actually, that's why it's important. What is bad karma? What is bad karma? You want to know? Right? You want to know what is bad karma? Bad karma. Bad means harmful, or a reality is harmful. But bad is based on your bad or my bad, I don't know. Karma means action, right? Directly means action. What is bad karma? Bad karma means when your mind becomes influenced or poisoned by anything. Can be by words, can be by people's beliefs, can be influence, can be radio, can be watching movies or TikTok or something like that. What is it? Your mind becomes poisoned to become extreme. And so what is extreme? Extreme means when we start to take a dualistic viewpoint. Means I am good, that person is bad. I'm right, the person is wrong. Because of this, I'm like this, that's why the person is like that. So what then is considered to be good karma? You want to know? Good karma is when you are able to make sense of what Buddha taught. What is the meaning of middle path? To be free from black and white. To be free from left and right. To be free from up and down. To be in the present moment. When we can allow ourselves to be free, we must first of all allow ourselves to be free from black and white, from up and down. Okay? From black and white. To realize the middle path. To not be dualistic. 不要极端 ，right？ 就是真正的受到佛陀教诲，就是真正的感应到佛陀的慈悲，我们就不会极端，也不会在那里讲说讲东讲西，讲很多东西，不会了。你就懂得说，众生有众生相，因为他还不知道他是众生。Sentient beings have a sentimental nature because they do not know yet that they are still drowning in the sea of emotions. What causes emotions? Emotions are caused by our mind taking a stand on something. What causes a middle path? When the mind releases its grip on everything. 当我们的意念，我们的心开始把我们的爪放手，我们开始放爪放手的时候，什么东西都可以给他自己自在。这是他的事，这是他的选择，这是他的怎么样，他的痛苦，这也是他自己选择的。我们能够做到这样，我们能够怎么样，所以他要怎么样，就是他的选择。Okay? Yeah. Like last week there was a teaching. What's the difference between 无所谓 right? Doesn't matter and what? 随便 anything. What's the difference between anything, doesn't matter, and what? And don't care. What's the difference? Right? Really, there is a big difference. Right? Don't care. Right? Many of us have the don't care less attitude. Many of us also have the 别离 attitude. Right? Don't care less and all this, right? 随便 all this thing, this attitude, right? Yeah. 随便 is to understand that everything it can change according to the conditions and circumstances. What do you want to eat? 随便 right? Why? If your condition is you can give me rice, I eat rice. If your condition is poor, you give me rice and salt and onion and chili, that is and a banana, that is very high offering. If you're very poor and you give me this, I understand this is what you have in your house, but you are giving me your everything. But if you are super loaded and if you give me something like that, then I also know I'm not welcome. Or that you're thinking that I'm here to leech on you. You understand? So the term in Buddhism, 随便, means accordingly follow the transformation of a karmic conditioning. Karmic circumstance. You understand? Right? It's like somebody asked me very directly, do we need to do an A&A for the temple? The temple looks like very okay. Yeah. Then my answer is, actually looks like 随便 but it's not 随便. Looks like anything but actually it's not anything. Why? And so I want to explain to all of you now. Do we need to do the A&A? Okay? It's up to you to interpret. Huh? No, we don't need to do the A&A. We can still live with when it rains, the water runs and sometimes cause the entire temple electricity to trip. We can live with it, right? We can live with broken roof tiles that the water will drip. We can also live with the termites coming out from the floor. Yeah. No problem. Of course we can live with it. But one thing I cannot live with is, you know what? You and I getting older. And if we don't use this chance of our life to do something meaningful and rebuild the temple for the future generations, then we lose this opportunity. 我们就算是白活了。Right? 我们就是白活了。你能够出钱你就出钱，你能够出力你就出力。Isn't it? Right? But at least in our lifetime, we know when we close our eyes, we can rejoice. We, from nothing to something and something we rebuild, not just repair. First we repair and use, then we finally rebuild to what it can really, what is called maximize its purpose and space. Why not? Because we are not going to live forever. We are not going to live forever. So, if we don't do it while we are younger, we are not getting any younger. We are getting older by every moment. Isn't it? So this is my heartfelt answer. If you don't do, then when you want to do? When will we get this chance? Yeah. And as long as the temple stands, it continuously accumulate great merit for all beings, for ourselves, our ancestors, our karmic creditors, our children, our Dharma friends, continuously accumulate deep merit. Then okay. Isn't it? And that's all so that's all I want to say for today.
Okay, let's offer Thanksgiving Mandala. You can turn to page 24. Omahong, Omahong, Mahong. This ground anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, 4 continents, sun and the moon, offered in visualization as a field of Buddhas. May all sentient beings thus enjoy this pure land. Om Nidam Guru Ratna Mandala Gam Niya Tayami. Let's recite Rinpoche's long life prayer. Savasti, let the countless light rays that radiate from the ruby mountain, exquisite Amitayu, Lord of everlasting life, who cultivates and one does not tire sing, whose essence our infinite life, the nectar of immortality, Princess the Negron, our Guru, the seedy, stable and everlasting life, you are intelligent and skillful in upholding the traditions of Buddha, spreading holy Dharma through explanation of practices, in order to lead disciples on the path to liberation. You are the one who is our Yugo guide. Please live a long and stable life. I request respectfully, my precious and holy Guru, to enjoy excellent health. I request respectfully, my precious and holy Guru, to live a long life. I request respectfully, my precious and holy Guru, that your Dharma activities spread and flourish far and wide. I request respectfully, my precious and holy Guru, bless me to never be separated from you. In all my future rebirths, may I never be separated from my perfect Guru. May I always enjoy the magnificent Dharma, and by completing the qualities, stages, and path, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Dedication of merits. Due to these merits, may I soon attain the enlightened state of Guru Buddha, that may I be able to liberate all sentient beings from their sufferings. May the precious body mind not yet born arise and grow. May the ground have no decline but increase forevermore. Me me ta wei ta chen chen raise. Trimi kimbi wang bo jambi yang gang ching kimbi tok yin zong ga pa lo san dra pi shan la so wa de me me za wei ta chin chin re si tri me ken bi wang bo jan bi yang gang chen ken bi zog yin zong ga pa lo san dra bi shan la so wa de me me za wei ta chen chen re si tri me ken bi wang bo jan bi yang gang chen ken bi zog yin zong ga pa lo san dra bi shan la so wa de. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Rinpoche. Good night.
And for everyone, 3 prostrations, please. And as we thank Rinpoche for Dharma teachings tonight, so for those online and as everyone is doing their prostrations, here's one for tonight's announcements for the week. So exploring Buddhism module 1. So for those who missed the announcements earlier, so this is the dates from July 16th, 23rd, 30th, as well as August 6th and 13th. On Sundays, it's 2 to 6 p.m. At the temple, face to face, and it's with our Dharma brother Keith Chung to learn more about Buddhism. So this course provides learners with basic understanding and appreciation of Buddhism. So language of instruction is in English. Scan to register or to find out more. So this New Moon Day, which is happening on the 18th of July, Tuesday. So it's 11 a.m. There's food offering before all Buddhas in Chinese. And there's recitation of Chunti Dharani Sutra and Amitabha Sutra in Chinese. So scan to make offerings. And the closing date is on the 17th of July at 8 a.m. And the first turning of the Dharma wheel, this is the special date for celebration. So 21st of July on this Friday, this program will be from 8 a.m. Happening at 8 a.m. There will be Tibetan prayers that's being made, ocean of offering clouds raining down good fortune. So also 10 a.m. there will be the Shakyamuni Buddha and 16 Arhats Puja. So that's happening, as well as 8 p.m. there will be a special prayer request in English, followed by Dharma teachings in Chinese. So if you would like to make offerings on this auspicious day, please scan the QR code, and the closing date will be on the 20th of July at 8 a.m. And we are going to celebrate the birthday of Guru Rinpoche. So 27th of July on a Thursday, 8 a.m., ocean of offering cloud raining down good fortune prayer again. Tibetan is in Tibetan. So in celebration of this special day, our resident sanghas will be performing the above puja to create great merits and auspicious conditions for all beings. So if you would like to make offerings on this auspicious day, please scan this QR code, and the closing date will be on the 26th of July at 8 a.m. And of course, our special course with Ani De Chain that's happening on the 29th is a Saturday from 2 to 5 p.m. So this class is specifically designed for beginners and aims to help you initiate your daily prayers, including the Shakyamuni Buddha morning prayers. So additionally, you will gain a deeper understanding on the importance of prayers and mantras. So language of instruction is in English. Scan to find out more. So Ulaanbaatar is open for registration. So on the 16th of August to 2nd of September, this is where we celebrate Ulambana. So join us in prayers and practices to benefit sentient beings in all realms. So if you would like to accumulate merits for your loved ones or dedicate prayers to the deceased, please scan here to learn more. So that will be all for tonight. So thanks for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow for Chinese teachings. Have a good night. Good night.